Her disappearance has intrigued aviators and everyday Americans for nearly a century. But this morning, a pilot that is, believes he may have found Amelia Earhart's lost airplane. She disappeared in 1937. Tony Romeo believes this sonar image on the left-hand side, captured using a high-tech unmanned submersible, shows the lost plane at the bottom of the ocean. Romeo told news outlets that his team captured the plane-shaped image about 100 miles from Howland Island in the middle of the Pacific, but only noticed their find later in the trip. He says the estimated measurements of that plane image match those of the plane that Earhart was flying.
Wow. So you got to wonder, how deep is it? And
yeah,
is
right.
A plan to go down and get it?
And is that where she was projected to have been flying? I guess it was. So, wow.
I love that story. We have a desk assistant named Nigel here, and he has this bit where he tells new people that Amelia Earhart, her plane was found. And he went on and on for like 10 minutes one day. I completely believed him. I was like, how do I not know this information? And now it's real, and his bit is ruined.
He's a savant. He's a clairvoyant. Right. Who knew? My goodness, that's so funny, right?
That's really interesting. Fascinating.
It is.
Okay, let's get you outside on this Sunday morning. This is a big story, too. Wet weather moving across the tri-states and snow in parts as well. This camera view, it paints the right picture. Not a pleasant one, but the right one. The roads are wet. The raindrops on the camera lens sliding down the lens there. We've seen steady rain all morning long. Temperatures for the most part above the freezing mark, which is why it's primarily a rain event so far. We will get some of that transitioning to snow for some of our suburbs later this afternoon into tonight. It's also noticeably breezy out there. More of a nuisance wind with gusts up to about 30 miles per hour this afternoon, and tomorrow afternoon it's something else we're watching and want to give you a heads up. That contributes to the cool feel and maybe the misery index a little bit today as well. Here's a look at the radar. This is the calmest it's been all morning long as the steady stuff starts to move on as expected, but we're not wrapping up those rain chances just yet. And for some of our suburbs, it's snow north of the 84, west of the 87. It has been steady light snow all morning long. This is Sullivan, this is Ulster, the higher elevations right where we expected it. And these are the spots that could accumulate more than 3 inches of snow before this thing moves on tomorrow morning. Now, for the rest of us, it's been all rain so far this morning. Putnam County, Westchester County, seen heavy rain so far. Same for Fairfield, but that rainfall intensity is starting to back off as we clear out in the city of rain, not of cloud cover, and Jersey settles down as well. It looks like some steady light rain still falling for Long Island. And so we're starting to see the hole in the radar. This is exactly what we anticipated. Steady, widespread, consistent rain all morning long, and then that turns more showery as we move into this afternoon. We're not wrapping up rain chances. They're just not quite as consistent through the remainder of today. We have a winter weather advisory for Sullivan and parts of Ulster as light snow will continue to fall as well. So let's time it out on Futurecast. You see the steady stuff moving on. From here, those light showers will continue off and on through the remainder of your Sunday. Want to point out that the light snow continues for Sullivan, Ulster as well. As we move towards sunset tonight, that rain-snow line starts to creep a little further south, right? That transition will happen overnight into tomorrow morning. Even in the city, past midnight, the rain will turn to snow. But it's so light, it moves on fairly quickly, that we don't expect it to accumulate in New York City, on Long Island, down the Jersey Shore. But Monday morning's commute, you'll notice a few flakes in the air, and you might want to give yourself extra time to get where you're going. It could be a little slower, even if the snow does not accumulate and really impact us in the city. Then that storm system moves on by midday Monday. From there, mostly cloudy and cold with blustery conditions, but no rain or snow. Here are the updated totals for the city, for South Jersey, for Long Island, little to none. It's primarily a rain event. North and west of I-287, that's where we could see accumulating snowfall, but you have to head to the higher elevations to get more impressive numbers. Now, the impressive numbers are across the board for the rain so far today. 0.8 of an inch in Newark, over that in Caldwell, over 1/2 of an inch of rain since midnight through about 9 o'clock this morning. So it has been a soggy start, and it's been blustery as well. Our gust speeds, I would say about 30, 35 miles per hour this afternoon, and similar story for tomorrow afternoon. So we've got a couple gusty days ahead of us, and today we'll feel especially maybe uncomfy considering how mild it's been. Temperature hovers near 40 degrees, feeling colder with the wind. You see the steady rain becoming more scattered, but we are far from done with it for the day. Here's a look at your AccuWeather alert. Periods of rain, heaviest early, wet snow northwest of 287, breezy, cloudy, and cooler. Tonight, that rain turns to a mix or changes just straight snow across the board, but it's very light and exits after Monday morning's commute. From there, mostly cloudy and cooler for your Monday. Tuesday, we're finally seeing some sun. I think we're ready for that. Seasonable temperatures for the first half of the work week. That was a check of the AccuWeather forecast. We'll be right back after the break.
This morning, 3 new exclusives. Senator Tim Scott, Governor Gavin Newsom, and Joint Chiefs Chair C.Q. Brown. This morning on ABC's This Week.
Join us for This Week this morning starting at 10 right here on ABC.